What's up, guys? Tonight I want to take a couple minutes, just a few minutes, thinking of maybe 5 minutes or less, really quick to describe something that I've been thinking about the entire time, that I've been working to better understand communication in a way that I could convey it in videos and in writing. Communication is a very important topic to me, one I've worked on for 10 to 15 years now in several relationships, both professionally and personally, just to try to be more effective in life and try to get more of what I want. The two critical currencies of communication are respect and trust. I've searched for the way to kind of describe these, probably described them before in different fashions, but I really enjoy describing them as the currency because they're the way that you can ultimately effectively transfer information. Money is our currency. That's what we think of, right? In the transfer or the transaction of goods. Respect and trust really needs to be there for the transaction of information, at least the most effective and efficient transaction of information, and ultimately to help you with your influence and impact. The original reasons why I started talking about this. When you have respect and trust with an individual, your communications will just go much further. In fact, you don't have to rely on formal constructs of authority. You just build a connection with a person that is much stronger than if you lack these things. So let's dig a little bit deeper into each of these really quick. Respect. Respect is something that I've struggled with for a very long time. Most likely, I still haven't probably got to the bottom of it, but respect is just understanding a person's value and what they bring to a situation, to the world, to the environment, to the organization, however you really want to look at it. But I generally like to look at it as the whole, recognizing a person for all they are and the value that they bring to the world. A person might not fit into your organization, they might not fit into your life, but that doesn't mean they don't have value. And conveying and extending that is something that you can absolutely do at any time. One big thing with respect and trust, don't think that you deserve it before you ever give it. Just give it first. You have an abundance of respect and trust if you work on it. If you don't have it, then you need to figure that out so that way you can give it. But respect is understanding and appreciating somebody for their value. I think this is something that I've gotten very good at since being very bad at it. Just searching for what are the positives of a person? What do they bring into the world, into their environment that you can appreciate? Some of it's skill, some of it's the way that they are, their characteristics, some of it's the way, their energy. All of these things can be appreciated about a given individual, and you can convey respect. And if you convey enough respect in an authentic way, I think it's very hard to not receive it back. Ultimately, however, you should also have your own value that is clear. And at the minimum, I think that you can earn this because the value of appreciation and gratitude is one that you can absolutely embody. Talking about trust a little bit. Trust is, I think, if I boil it down into the simplest thing, an ability to make somebody feel safe. When people feel like they're not safe around you for any given reason, like they can't trust what you say or trust what you do, you lack trust. So your ability to make somebody feel safe, I think conveys or gains a lot of trust. And to put it simply, Simon Sinek once said this, to gain trust, all you have to do is tell the truth. So never tell a lie. And this comes across in many different fashions. Never tell a lie in the verbal sense, right? And something that you know isn't true or you may not know is true. Just be honest. Additionally, it's important to follow up on the things that you say and make them to be a reality. If you tell somebody you're going to do something, do it. Each one of those events in which you do that builds trust. Each event in which you don't loses trust. So this is something to be very mindful of. Also, I think it's really important to establish your vision. Oftentimes, if you can't accurately describe a situation, context or content, then it's going to be difficult for people to trust you because they think that you won't see it or that you don't see it. Things that could be very obvious or obvious to them at least. These are issues to resolve. Now, ultimately, these are the two fundamental elements of communication. I think they're in there, and without them, your communication would pretty much be bankrupt. I hope this helps. Think about it some. I'll be discussing this more in the future, as I think it is a critical element, critical currencies, in fact, towards communication and ultimately just relationships in general. And as always, you can't lose if you don't quit.